Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Tejaswi and today we are going to discuss about the topic first and follow construction of predictive passing table from the subject system software and compilers. First, let us know about LL1 passing. First, L represents the scanning of the input will be done from the left to right manner. Second L shows that in this parsing technique, we are going to use the leftmost derivation tree. Finally, the 1 represents the number of look ahead, which means how many symbols are you going to see when you want to make a decision. Algorithm to construct LL1 passing table. So the first step is first check all the essential conditions mentioned above and then go to step 2. Step 2. First, we should calculate the first and follow for all the non-terminals. First, if there is a variable and from that variable, if we try to drive all the strings, then the beginning terminal symbol is called the first. Follow, what is the terminal symbol which follows a variable in the process of derivation? Step 3. For each prediction A tends to alpha, first find and each terminal in first of alpha makes an entry A tends to alpha in the table. If first of alpha contains epsilon as terminal, then find the follow of A. For each terminal in follow of A, make entry A tends to epsilon in the table. And if the first of alpha contains epsilon and follow of A contains dollar as terminal, then make entry in the table for the dollar. So rules to construct the first. If x is terminal, then first of x is x. If x tends to epsilon is a prediction, then add epsilon to first of x. If x is non-terminal and x tends to a alpha is a prediction, then add to a first of x. If x is a non-terminal and x tends to y1, y2 or so on up to yk is a prediction, then place a in first of x. If for some I, a is in first of yi and epsilon is in all of the first of y1 to so on up to first of yi minus 1. That is like y1, y2, so on up to yi minus 1, which is tending to epsilon. So if epsilon is in first of yj for all j tends to 1, 2, so on up to k, then add epsilon to first of x. Then rules to construct follow. If S is a start symbol, then follow of S contains a dollar. So in the parsing table, for every follow, the starting prediction table contains a dollar. So if there is a prediction A tends to alpha, B, beta, then everything in first of beta except epsilon is placed in follow of B. And if there is a prediction A tends to alpha B or a prediction A tends to alpha B beta, where first of beta contains epsilon, then everything in follow of A is in the follow of B. Next, algorithm for construction of predictive parsing table. Input, we take the grammar which is given and output should be the parsing table M. And the method is for each prediction A tends to alpha of the grammar, do steps 2 and 3. And for each terminal in first of alpha, add A of alpha to M of A comma A. And if epsilon is in first of alpha, add A tends to alpha to M of A comma B for each terminal B in follow of A. And make each undefined entry of M be error. So consider this following grammar, and for this grammar, construct first and follow, that is nothing but predictive parsing table. So now let's see how to construct the predictive parsing table for this particular grammar. First, make the computations. So computations of first is E tends to TE dash and applying the rule 4B of first, since first of T does not contain epsilon or T does not derive epsilon. So first of E is equal to first of TE dash is equal to first of T. So that is nothing but first of E is equal to first of T. So that is the first equation. And next, T tends to Ft dash. This is the second grammar part. So apply rule 4B of first. So since first of F does not derive epsilon. So first of t is equal to first of ft dash is equal to first of f. First of t is nothing but first of f. Next, combining the statements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the first sets for the given grammar will be, so first of E is ID and the bracket, and first of E dash is plus and epsilon. First of T is opening bracket and ID. First of T dash is star and epsilon. First of F is opening bracket and ID. Next, computations for the follow. Thus, applying the rule 1 of follow of E is equal to dollar, which is the starting symbol for every follow statement, and the grammar E tends to TE dash, applying the rule 2 of follow, E tends to epsilon TE dash, and A tends to alpha B beta. So therefore, we get A is equal to E, epsilon is equal to alpha, B is equal to T, and beta is equal to E dash. So follow of T will be first of E dash minus epsilon union follow of E. So and follow of T at last will be plus union follow of E. Then computations of follow for the remaining grammar, which is E tends to TE dash, A tends to alpha B, A is equal to E, alpha is equal to T, beta is equal to E dash. So by applying the same rule to the remaining grammar, we construct the follow. This is also the same using the rule 3, rule 2. Based upon the grammar type, we use the rules in the follow to construct the computation for the follow. Yep. At last, from 1 to 10, the total combination of the follow statements is this. So follow of E is dollar, follow of T is plus union follow of E, follow of E dash is follow of E, follow of T is plus union follow of E dash, follow of E dash is follow of E dash only, and follow of F is star union follow of T. And as usual, we get it. For the all the statements, we constructed the grammar. Next, combining prediction 1 to 10, we wrote the this thing. So from 1, 3, and 10, follow of E is follow of E dash, which is nothing but dollar and closing bracket. And from rule 4, 7, and 11, we constructed follow of T, follow of F, and follow of E, T, F. By taking the required statements, we constructed the follow. So these are the follow sets at last. We combine all the statements which we got earlier. Like for follow of E, we got two expressions. Follow of T, we got two expressions. So by combining each and every step, here we constructed the follow sets. Like follow of E is dollar and closing bracket. Follow of E dash is dollar and closing bracket, and which is followed by follow of T, T dash, and F. So to construct the parsing table, we have two functions. In the table, rows will contain the non-terminals and columns will contain the terminal symbols. All the null predictions of the grammars will under the follow elements, and the remaining predictions will lie under the elements of the first set. So this is LL1 parsing table. For the given grammar, we constructed the first and follow. This is the parsing table after constructing the first and follow of the grammar. So these are the null predictions are put under the follow sets, and all the remaining predictions lie under the first of that symbol. So we construct the table by making the columns like ID plus star, whatever the parameters we have in the given grammar, we make the table, and according to the parsing table, we construct the sets. So that is how we make the first and follow if we consider a particular grammar. First, based upon the rules and the grammar, we construct the first and then follow and create a parsing table for that. Thank you guys.